Let's start off with the setup for the power clean. A lot of this stuff is going to be general rule of thumb setup. There will be other options that you can adjust to based on your proportions. You may have longer legs, you may have longer arms, some mobility issues that you need to work through. So there's going to be some micro adjustments that may need to be made, but for right now, let's just go through the general setup. So you want your feet approximately hip width apart, toes slightly turned out or straight forward. We don't want to be too turned out, okay? Hands are going to be right about outside of hip width apart. I like to go a thumb outside of the hips, all right? We're going to grab onto the bar at that measurement that we just made. Big chest, eyes up, chest up, and you want your hips slightly above knee level, okay? So that's gonna be the setup. Let's move on to the pull phase of the power clean. So if you're starting off with just an empty bar, you're gonna go mid shin. If you have the bumper plates, it's just gonna be resting on the ground. As you start to pull, you want tension in your legs so that you don't hear the click of the bar. Hips and shoulders are gonna rise at the same time. Knees are slowly pushing backwards out of the way of the bar. Lats are going to be engaged, keeping that bar nice and close to the legs. Once you get to the hip drive portion, there's gonna be a large shrug, a little bit of a calf raise, and then you are going to pull yourself under the bar, which requires a strong elbow drive straight to the sky, as well as lifting the legs up off the ground to allow yourself that room to float underneath the bar. Then there's going to be a quick turnover of the elbows out in front of you, quick switch, and allow that weight to rest on the shoulders, release that grip. Elbows nice and high, and catch with a slightly squatted position, and stand it up to finish. Now, just to reiterate that catch position, we just want to make sure that when we get our turnover to happen, that our fingers release and we allow that bar to land on the shoulders. You have a nice natural shelf here where that bar can rest on the shoulders if you are getting your elbows nice and high. If the elbows are too low, it's gonna be resting on the wrists and it's gonna slide off. So elbows have to be nice and high. It's gonna feel uncomfortable and that bar may be pressing up against your throat, but that is the correct position, okay? So up on those shoulders, slight knee bend, elbows high, chest high, and then stand it up to finish. Thank you for watching the power clean tutorial. I have other movements in my profile, and if you have questions on any other movements, make sure you leave them in the comments. Thanks, guys.